Today's topic is telling a story, which is kind of chapter 4 in our ongoing series. We've spent a lot of time talking about developing ideas, saying something, also, playing it in style. Swinging was the first session. And along that way, I've talked about motivic development, but I really want to expand that into the idea of putting motivic development in a larger context of the song form and maybe a multi-chorus solo. This is different than just the idea of playing a clear idea, taking a breath, and using a strategy to develop it. It's really integrating into the structure of whatever song you're playing and whatever story arc you want to create for an improvisation. So let's see. I think we've well established the idea that musical ideas or motifs are characters, and motivic development is crucial to getting out of the kind of obligation to just continuously generate musical content, play licks, play notes that seem right, and rather get into actually developing characters. And now, as we integrate into the idea of putting this in a story arc within a song, within a multi-chorus solo, we'll talk about how development creates moments, drama, scenes, expectations, and how we have to think about the story arc of a solo with beginnings, with climaxes, and with endings, and with an emotional arc, right, that integrates effectively into a song. So I don't have, the perfect song for this, but I just started playing the piano today and started playing Bye Bye Blackbird, which is one of my old-time favorites tunes to play. So I thought I'd just start there. And Bye Bye Blackbird's an interesting one because it has a little bit of an unorthodox song form. So it'll be an interesting vehicle for telling a story. Also, I thought it would be a good personal challenge because I've played a lot. I've played the tune a lot, and I have a lot of language that's kind of like ready to go. But what I'm trying to get to here is this idea of being very intentional and storytelling, motivic development oriented. And I think it's going to interrupt my own habits and force me to evaluate in a different way and to approach improvisation on this tune more intentionally. So let's see how it goes. Maybe I'll just play through it once and then we'll just dive into like one chorus and see what emerges in terms of clear ideas. And honestly, I may just need to kind of clear out some of those like habitual lines and just snag little chunks and see actually what's authentic today in this moment for me rather than like what's under my fingers. So here we go. cool. So I could go on and on. I'm just like playing this tune, uh, but let's get into the storytelling now. So you can see like I have a natural inclination to develop some ideas, but also to just like fire into some fun stuff, bluesy things here, or chromatic things there, or very specific language. Um, and as I was playing right there, honestly, I didn't feel a very coherent sense of like I'm telling a story. It was more just the sense of like I'm improvising on Bye Bye Blackbird and getting warmed up. So let's see if we can transform that now into a more coherent storytelling with intention. And see if we can follow, actually, if I can follow my own process, right? Which is play clear ideas, breathe, develop the ideas, use them as characters in the story, and then we're going to very intentionally integrate that into the song form, and then think about how can we build an arc, and what kind of arc do we want to build in terms of the emotion or the energy. What vehicles do we use in terms of dynamics or density, etc. So uh, let's start with just, I'm feeling like I just need some positivity, right? So how about if I just play some really happy stuff, either major scale or bluesy happy stuff to start with. And I just want my idea to feel like I'm skipping down the street. Now, I just want to say as an aside, we could take this tune and play it in a completely different manner. I could slow it way down, and we could play it almost like a sad Bye Bye Blackbird. But for now, let's keep it in this like medium up, and make it just like a happy, positive, skipping down the sidewalk kind of vibe. So here we go. 1, 2, from the top of a solo. 3, 4. Okay, cool. So I followed that idea with thirds through what we'll call the A section, and then when we get to the B section, which is where it was time to change ideas and change course. Honestly, it was a lot of thirds. It was a lot of ideas with not a lot of space as I played it. So I think what I'd like to do is try that again and give a little more space so that you can really follow and take in the idea, and I can feel a little less like of that anxiety of like, gotta get to the next idea, I gotta get to the next change, and how am I making this happen? So let's see what we can do. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, actually, I guess we could call this the B section. Right here, when we center on G minor. This is what I mean by the funny song form of this tune. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, I like how that happened. So I think now, as I'm integrating into the song form, I'm thinking about, okay, A section is a place to present an idea. Breathe, leave space, have fun developing a simple idea. B section, you know, let's think about like what the tune itself presents first before we impose our own will on that. The tune itself goes to the 2 minor chord, which gives this sense of unsettled, right, but wanting to resolve. It's a very distinct feeling, landing on that 2 minor and hanging out and doing a cadence back to the 2 minor. Right. Sometimes we'd go to the 5 there. But then we go, either way, we go back to the 2. Then we finally get the 2-5-1. So we have this unresolved. So I feel like this B section is a chance to build tension, build expectation, build momentum in that story arc. So if I'm skipping down the street, I'm looking into windows. We were talking about New York City earlier. Like, I'm in New York City. It's a summer day. What's happening now? I'm like, I'm either like entering a place and having a little bit new experience, or I'm, maybe I'm having an interaction with another person, another character. Maybe, entering a little bit new setting, or maybe like the weather's changing, something's shifting in the environment, and that now this character is going to have a little bit different experience. So you don't have to think programmatically like that, right? But just in the principle of it is programmatic. It can be more abstract, but follow the principle of here's a change in the harmony, here's a change in the song form, and we're actually going to change the trajectory of the development of the idea. So let's go from the beginning one more time and see how this changes in the B section, and then let's try to bring it to a close as we get to the C section so that we can start something new. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So actually, the end of that then kind of led me into a new idea for the C section. Now, all these things can happen and will and should, I think, really happen organically. And this is like one of the mysterious, awesome things about improvisation and metacognition is that if you can have a little bit of a bird's eye awareness, metacognition going on, then whatever it is that's coming out, you can be utilizing that structurally and strategically. Okay, I'm going right, and then I'm thinking about actually this is going into the C section, and now am I starting a new idea? Am I continuing that old idea? Okay. Either way, whether we're starting anew or we're continuing an idea that just popped up, we are, again, utilizing the song form and the changing of the sections as the cue to like change scene, right, in your story. So now that I've gone through one iteration of the C section, I think I want to go to that last section now, which is kind of like a variation on the A. I like to harmonically start on the sharp 5 here, or play through the sharp 4. This guy. So instead of F6, I go. And we come down sharp 4, 4 minor, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Okay. So that also, changing the harmony, can add a structural point in the song, right? Here we're going to the last section. Changing the harmony can also create like scene change. The lighting, think about the lighting changing in a scene, or a new character coming in that adds some different kind of tension. So we're coming out of we're on C7. If we go down here, okay, now that's me like playing through some language, which can be fun. But let me see if I can actually very intentionally follow an idea or bring in a new character and develop that idea without disconnecting from the original character. Maybe it's a callback to the original character. I was bringing back the thirds here at the end. Maybe that's part of bringing back the original characters. Let's see. I'm going to play from the C section and then get into the final section. See what we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the top. So I like that. It's so much more fun to just play an idea and develop it. For me, so much more fun. I actually wasn't even looking at the piano. I was just looking at the screen and seeing my face be happy. And just following a very simple idea, right? Kind of going up as the progression went down. And yeah, I went to F instead of here, like I said originally, but I just kind of found my way through back to it, sped up the harmonic rhythm. So let's see about taking 2 choruses now and building an arc. And I'm going to prescribe this arc now, just to see about kind of like you might build an outline of a story that you want to tell. So let's just. But now, normally when I'm improvising in real life, I wouldn't have that kind of thing prescribed. It would be more spontaneous, based on how I'm feeling, how I want to interact with the band or with the audience, the energy I want to generate, whose solo did what that came right before me. If there was a huge energetic arc, I may bring it way down and maybe not try to match a huge energetic arc. Or if it feels like it's all been building and we can like have another even larger arc with the piano solo, which is often at the end of a solo, a run of solos. Maybe then we go for a big arc, but it could be any number of things. So today, let's just see if I could do a 2-chorus solo that would start the way we've started here. And in the second chorus, when we hit it, we start generating some more momentum. And it's going to get more like exciting. I just kind of want to get, more excited, more like happy though, joyful. Like it's kind of a little bit like strutting, happy, skipping down the street kind of to start, a little carefree. And when we get into the second chorus, it's going to be like a little more, I'm imagining like we get to the park and we have a kite and a kid, and we're just going to run with that kite and have that kind of joyful experience. So again, we don't have to be blatantly programmatic. I'm just doing this as an exercise to give myself a framework to see about telling a story. And each time we get to a new section in the tune, again, it's a chance to like either continue the motivic development within that new context of like harmonic change in the tune or rhythmic change in the tune, or to completely shift, bring in a new character, go in a really new direction. So let's see if we can do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. New thing. So the triplets. Okay, cool. So, I that was fun. That was 3 choruses, obviously, right? It took me a little longer than maybe I thought about to build that energy, and that's just part of being spontaneous and letting things grow organically, and also like taking my time because I made a couple of mistakes, right? And not letting those derail me. I had a moment of thinking, well, maybe just start over. And I thought, no, let's just do what we would do in real performance, which is like, okay, acknowledgement, that was there, space, right? And then see what can emerge next. Leave behind the judgment of that funky phrase or that note that came out like, whoops, not quite right, or and yeah, and just let what emerges next emerge. So the to bring this demonstration to a close, I want to just recap the idea of motivic development being playing a clear idea that can become a character in a story, and the development of that being obviously the kind of familiarizing with that character and the getting invested in that character. And then the song form is it's like the environment, the scene, and like pressing play, right, on this kind of movie within which you get to move the character and say what it's going to do and introduce new characters. But kind of the song itself is like the movie scene, the background, the environment, some of the emotional trajectories and changes, and like the timing of those things that you don't get to change actually unless you're making an arrangement. But regardless, your arrangement then becomes that. So the song form itself is this kind of crucial, like static that context within which you are doing this more creative, spontaneous development of character. And when you integrate your motivic development into that structure, utilizing the changing of each section, you can actually really tell like a whole coherent narrative, rather than feeling again like you just have to generate new ideas. Oh shit, now we're in G minor. I have to think about G minor, right? Like, yeah, but no, really, it's thinking about your character. And G minor is just the context for either the same character to shift a little bit or to come up with a new character and then develop that, right? But we're not playing because, like only because we're in G minor. Because if we go and everything is because of harmony, okay, then like fun, cool, but I have no idea where ba ba da ba da ba went, right? Like, was that actually a thing that you meant to say? Was it a character? It's gone. It's completely gone. So if we go ba ba da ba da ba, and it's a character in your story, then Okay, okay. Anyway, I was trying to get all the way back and like bring back the same character. Uh, you get the idea, though, right? That the the character development uh, through the form is the way to actually get to telling a story. All right, and that is the end of that demonstration. And I'm going to open it back up to a conversation, uh, and we'll move on from there. All right, let's see. Peter,
Hello again.
hey man, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great, I can hear you. All right, excuse me real quick. All right, how you doing, man? What are your thoughts after that?
Confusion. Uh, I mean,
Tell
a
me
lot
what's
of it was
confusing.
just, well, it's I just don't have the skill to translate ideas to the keyboard like that.
Mm,
Uh,
mm.
so I just it's just a lack of what do I want to say? Just overall talent, experience, skill, that type of stuff. Trying to sort through that. I
Okay,
mean,
let me just argue with you real quick. So,
okay,
because the thing about what I'm doing it at my skill level, right? So you may
yeah,
see my skill level and be like, I can't possibly do that. But actually, this allows me to play way better than I would if I were trying to play at a skill level above my own, which is a problem that I've had throughout my jazz career. Is that I'm trying to play at a skill level of Chick Corea or Keith Jarrett or Herbie Hancock. I don't have that skill level. So I have to play my own story, right? I have to tell my own story. And
uh-huh.
I have to like put aside the constant need to like generate new stuff and actually just be able to focus on developing one thing at a time. Um, so actually, what I want you to do is not try to play like me, but just take the concept of one idea and the development of that and play like you. So if that means less like skill or less acrobatics or less, language, um, that's fine. It's totally cool. What I would never want to ask you to, okay, now replicate my solo in order to, play well. No, actually, it's completely different. I just want you to
Yeah.
play one idea and develop it. And actually, that I know you can do. Now, is it hard to maybe keep it in time? Sure. Is it hard to maybe keep the left hand interesting while you do that? Yes, absolutely. So those are some things that we just need to practice and practice so that they become more and more habitual, right? Uh,
Mhm.
but that those are things that no matter how your approach to improv is, those are going to be hindrances, right, or challenges. So let's just keep working on those.
Yeah. No,
Like,
that's
yeah.
because I say that becomes I mean, it continues to be the greatest challenge for me is to improvise.